see that there is a beautiful person deep inside of me. I've battled with my physical appearance my entire life. I used to feel unlovable, like no one would make me their wife. When I look at the picture of the old me with the mole, I see the emptiness inside her. I see the pain in her soul. She used to cry in the mirror. It was her best friend. She used to pray to be beautiful and pray for this nightmare to end. I always felt different. I was different than the rest. I never really felt good at anything. I was never the best. Kids would be mean. They would laugh and stare. It would break my heart, and they didn't care. But they were never as mean as I was to me. The inner voice was so nasty, but back then I couldn't see. I believed I was ugly, fat and thick. I used to shame myself in the mirror and make myself sick. When I started doing hair, it was something I could actually do. So I started practice on everyone. £10 and I'll cut your hair for you. Finally, at last, I found my home. My clients became my family and I was never alone. Some conversations with clients go very deep, sharing so many stories. We'd have the laughs in a week. But life still felt like a struggle, carrying so much around inside. I was ashamed to speak up because of my pride. Our pride is the ego, the voice that holds us back, preventing us to grow and keeps us living in lack. When the pain got so tough, I thought, fuck this, I'm ready to be happy and start living in bliss. So I learned to find my voice and stick up for me. Listening to the guidance, it set me free. When I started following my soul, I'd get rewarded. Karma is real, and we get to experience what we've ordered. I'm honestly so happy with the woman I am today. I love me now, and little Sam would say. Thank you, Samantha, in the future, for facing your fears. It warms my heart inside, and it brings me to tears. I didn't think the life that you live today would be possible for little old me. Thank you. I'm so grateful for the person that you have become to be.
Wow, that's so powerful.
And I've got like a little picture of like me, old me.
Oh, you're so cute.
Oh, but that's my mole.
Oh, sister, you're beautiful. Oh.
And you know, it's like hair is so healing. So I put my hair in 2 braids and that inspired the poem, because the 2 braids took me back to that moment when I was taking my school picture and I done my own hair. And I was like, wow, like, because the hair channeled through that poem. And I was like, wow. So it can take us back, it can make us time travel, it can tap us into different creativity, it just connects us, like it's a connecting tool.
It's almost like it's an extension of our soul in a way, and it's something that we can mold and create. As you say, it's an antenna, right? Like each strand is like a little antenna. So it connects us to the divine, but it also connects us to our physicality. It's kind of like a bridge, and we can do so much art, create so much art with it, and be so creative with it. It's amazing. As you say, like connecting us with past timelines as well, like memories associated with hair. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a hairdresser. I loved playing with hair. I don't think I ever really cut anyone's hair, but I remember when I was little, doing, creating art, I guess, with my sister-in-law had really beautiful long blonde hair, and I just always really enjoyed playing with it. And I got my parents got me one of those hair dolls. Do you know what I mean? Like the bust.
Yeah, the little heads, and then you get to play on it.
Yeah, yeah, I love that. So much fun. And then you've got like the little clips, and you can create words, and yeah, so much fun. Barbies and stuff. And I feel like that's a beautiful aspect, a beautiful thing about being, it's not just girls that play with dolls, and that's fine. Like boys can play with dolls as well. It's great. But I love that about being a girl and having that encouraged in my life growing up as a child it's super fun, and it's nothing to be like ashamed of. Or but there's definitely aspects of again, it's not just a female thing, but I think a lot of women would really resonate. And I can see some of the comments, there's some beautiful sisters who really resonate with your message and with what you're sharing. So thank you so much. I feel called to share a little bit of my journey in terms of my own self-love, I guess, and acceptance of who I am and my body and my physicality. And as I shared in the previous conversation, I still struggle with some things that I see in photos or videos, and I'm still working through levels and layers of shame, and not because anybody else has made me feel a certain way about anything in particular that I remember. Maybe there has been, but it's been like it's society. We are taught to compare ourselves. We're taught to look at somebody else and we're supposed to be like that, or and then it creates this disconnection from ourselves. And there's definitely still some things that I am working on consciously loving, and a big part of my healing has been coming through like eating disorders and actually like hating myself. I think a lot of people probably still would resonate with that as well. Like eating disorders or disordered eating, it's hard to shift away from that. It's addictive behaviors that are based around self-loathing. It's not easy to actually let go of those behaviors either. And when you're feeling a certain way, when you're feeling, bad about yourself, or something's going on and you kind of slip back into that way of being, it's not an easy thing to move out of. But it really starts with mindfulness, I guess, and awareness, right? Like knowing that this is something that I'm doing to myself that's actually really hurtful, really harmful, and I don't deserve that. I deserve to love myself and to heal and move past those feelings of shame. And I'm sure there's other negative emotions associated with it. If I'm feeling guilty about something, I will be more likely to treat my body in a way that's hurtful, and it's been a long process. I started a disordered eating, like physically really hurting myself as a teenager, and it's definitely been a long process for me. And I wondered if that's something that you have insight in, if there's people that you've worked with, or just insights that you have around our physical bodies and loving ourselves physically and loving who we are. If you have any advice or anything around that.
Well, I completely relate. Eating disorders is something that I've struggled with my life too. It's always been the go-to. Mine was more bulimic as well. So I even formulated the story that I'm not skinny. So I'm like, I'm not even good enough to be in this, because I went to a group when I was like about 17, and like they had anorexia, and I was comparing my eating disorder. I'm not even worthy of being here because I'm fat. Well, that was my story. But because I would binge eat, and then I'd never like, but it's all part of the same thing. It's ultimately control, and like coming down to our childhood traumas of when we've found food or as a way to gain control or lose control or feel good in that moment. And you know, it's about, for me, it's been a long process too, but it has got better over the years. And I can honestly say the past year, when I've been really looking at my addictions, and it's been, you know, the alcohol, whether it's eating or whether it's smoking, or, you know, or it's all part of the same energy. It's really looking at the voice that comes after the action. So in that moment, if you decide to take that action, because, you know, we are aware of it, we know, once you're aware, you know you're doing it, but you're still like, I'm going to do this anyway, I'm going to self-sabotage because it's good, and this is me taking my power back, and this is feeling good for this moment. And you're like, you know, that all of that, for me, it's me fully owning my decision in that moment and bringing presence into the next moment. So if I choose to binge eat, or what I associate with overeating in that moment, I make sure that I own it. I acknowledge the goodness about it, what it brought me in that moment. You know, Sam, you know, it's okay. You speak to your inner child, and I say, it's a coping mechanism, and then I look at why I'm doing it, and I talk to it as if it is that inner wounded child, because that's ultimately what it is. And then what can you do that's good for yourself then? So then I'll counteract it, instead of holding on after that moment's gone, after I've overate, feeling shame, guilt, beating myself up mentally when that's now left and there's not much I can do about it. I'll go do something good for myself, just for acknowledging it, and then keep my focus on the things that I'm doing good, and always writing I'm proud of myself list whenever I'm slipping into them moods, because we can so easily beat ourselves up, and then that's what keeps that energy form active. And just practicing that more and more, like bringing presence into when you're doing it with foods, like I'll fully acknowledge the food, because I used to inhale it. Like it'd be like, oh, gone. Whereas now I'm like, okay, so like and I'll thank it. Like even if it is a chocolate bar that I'm just like, you know, treating myself, like I'll allow myself to enjoy it, and I'll even acknowledge if I'm, you know, if I'm full and I'm continuing to eat, I won't now let that slip into the next day or the next moment. I'll easily let that go. But that's come from a lot of becoming aware of the voice afterwards, because we can get super stuck on the action focused, and then when we're focused on that, it just creates that negative emotion. If that was helpful.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's the voice afterwards that's really powerful. That's not something that I thought of in that way. It's like the way that we speak to ourselves after the fact. We've done something, it's happened, you know, there's no point in beating ourselves up about it. We can acknowledge it and thank it for the experience and the learning that we can take from it, and let it go. That's easier said than done, of course, but yeah, remembering how we're talking to ourselves about something, and not falling into the guilt and being like hating ourselves for eating something, you know, like we said at the beginning, like yesterday I had too much ice cream. But it was Easter and today's a new day, and I don't have to carry that guilt with me, or carry the memory or the frustration around that with me. It's like, okay, well, it's done. And then, okay, well, now I know I just need so much more. I know I need vegetables in my life. I'm going to go eat something that's super healthy, and you know, shift the vibration and change whatever I can. And as you say, like being mindful of where it's all come from, thanking the food as well. I love I've got, especially my coconut bowl, I have everything in my coconut bowl. And just sitting there and like looking at it, being like, that quinoa was grown, you know, wherever it's come from. I'm grateful that and that is organic, or if it's none of it's organic, because, you know, for whatever reason, you know, just every little part of a meal has come from somewhere, and remembering somebody's grown that, somebody's driven the truck to move that, it's taken this amount of water or whatever to grow, or, you know, being mindful of what has the love that's gone into it, as well as my own love from cooking it. Or if it's, you know, a packet of chips or something, like there's still love that's gone into that somehow. Probably less so a packet of chips than a bowl of vegetables, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's the voice that we speak to ourselves with, and like reminding ourselves that it's okay. You know, maybe I've made a mistake with something that I've eaten. I wish I hadn't, but I'm still grateful for the experience. I can move forward, let go of that, and not attach to the negative voice inside our heads and beating ourselves up, because that's what creates more for me with the eating has been, it creates this loop, like this negative loop inside your head, and you're like, well, I may as well just keep going now, you know, I've eaten that, I may as well just
Sabotage.
Exactly.
Even just saying I had too much. No, you never. You had ice cream, because you're measuring it still by shaming the amount. Just acknowledge that moment's gone, and even the word is like, you know, I had some ice cream yesterday. I treated myself. Even, and then like I wish I hadn't. Remove that from the vocabulary. I just did it, and it is, and it was, and this moment's now new. And it's literally the language we use is just so powerful, because that's what keeps the story alive. So when we identify as someone that does a certain behavior, that's what keeps that behavior active too. So I noticed, I thought I was helping my clients by saying, I have an eating disorder, or or I do that. But in that moment, was I doing that? No. In that next moment, I don't have to keep that story alive. So really getting like very mindful of language as well, not just internally, externally, because that will help break these patterns. Because it's like drinking. I haven't drank since September. But in that moment, I went, I don't drink anymore, because my story's changed. It's so easy now. Like, I'm just like, no, I just don't do that. Like, it's just done. I'm not saying it might not never be. We don't know. But in this moment, that's not something I identify with. So I find that really like powerful with my addictions, because I started drinking when I was 12, and I've had a long substance misuse, and I was hospitalized 4 times as a youth due to alcohol misuse, and then another 2 times after that as a young adult. So like, it's been a long process of self-sabotage with food, with drugs, with it all. So yeah, them stories are just the most powerful thing we can change.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for sharing so vulnerably, and your poem as well. I wanted to acknowledge that, because it's really powerful hearing your words, and as you say, like they create the words we speak to ourselves and to others. They create so much. It's manifesting, really, right? It's like the equivalent of getting into the vibration of what we want to create. Our thoughts create our reality. So getting into that vibration and having gratitude for it already existing, it's like the same, I guess, as what you're saying, you know, the words that we say to ourselves. It's not, I do that, or I am that, or I have that. It's like, that's something that I've experienced already, but I can let go of it. It's kind of yeah, I see it as kind of a similar thing. Does that make sense?
The same thing, yeah. Yeah. Do you're feminine? Yeah.
And it's like the future that I want to create, I embody that now. And that past that I don't want to carry with me, I don't embody that anymore. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes so much sense.
Yeah. More about your words. I'd love to hear if you have any others that you'd like to share. Thank you so much for that first one. It's really powerful hearing your story.
Oh, thank you. Well, you spoke about comparison, and I was like, oh, I've actually got a spell which can be a little bit of an activation for everyone on comparison. A little bit like a poem, but it's just a short spell, and I can post it in the group so people can use it as like an affirmation as well. So I call in the divine and the angels from above to be here with me now and to wrap me in love. I tune myself in to the highest of vibrations to help me release and feel the love sensations. I let go of fear, shame, guilt, and jealousy. Goodbye, green-eyed monster. I'm now open to serenity. I release you, I release you, I release you. I allow myself to be guided and to flow with grace. I follow me, my own pace. This isn't a race. I stop comparing myself to others because I'm imperfectly perfect. I'm going to start loving me and no more self-neglect. And with the magical moon rays, may my soul is blessed. Banish my pain and give me some rest. And so it is done. And so it is done. And so it is done.
Oh, it is done. Beautiful. That's so cool. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Yeah, please post that in the group. I'd love to share that. Yeah. And it's so easy. It's so, sorry, you go.
I was just going to say, like recently, like I've had to go back to this and just like tune into it because I get super triggered from like what other people do. Like there's a voice like you're not doing enough. That's where I can slip into that masculine that disguises itself as feminine because I'm in a feminine industry, but it's me doing, and then I just kept hearing the words, this isn't a race, my own pace. This isn't a race. This is just me, my own pace. And I'm like, oh yeah, like none of that matters. Like it's just all in here. There's no such thing as time consciousness shortage. There's no race. There's now moments, and this is just you're creating this, and we just need to be reminded.
Yeah, exactly. It's that I see it as like the scarcity, the lack mindset that we've kind of been programmed with, that we're rush, like do. There's not enough time, or there's plenty of time. Time is a construct anyway, and it's all in perfect flow, all in perfect divine timing, divine orchestration. It's not there's no rush really. We might get frustrated or compare or feel like I should have my business further along than I have it already, or whatever reason, or and in the beauty industry as well, like looking at other models. I've been watching more runway because I enjoy it, but also I catch myself looking at them being like, oh, I need to be like that, or and there's no comparison. We're all our own individual divine beings, just perfectly imperfect. As you said, we are who we are, and we get to have this human experience, and it's fun being ourselves and getting to that inner child, getting to that just the divine within us. There's no point in comparison.
But it's powerful when we use that as a tool, when we see we're triggered from what someone else is doing, because it's like, okay, well, you want to do that then, obviously. So instead of feeling like less than or making them better, it's just showing you that there's some, now this is an upgrade, this is an opportunity for ask for something else, or to just do things a little bit differently because there's a trigger. And that's what we are. We're all mirrors for each other, which is what I found beautiful being in this industry where I get to sit with other women in mirrors, because what comes through for them is for me. like it's me, the healing that happens for me, for others, for everyone, like for you, the co-creation, it is just so powerful that I'm like, I wish that everyone can become aware of what this healing journey does for you as an individual, because you are in a service-based industry and you bring so much, receive so much joy from giving to others, but you give to yourself because we are mirrors. So yeah, using them triggers from what's in other people as a blessing rather than, you know, making yourself a victim or less than. It's really beautiful.
Exactly. And becoming aware of the triggers and knowing, like, there's that thing that keeps coming up that's like, I find myself feeling a certain way, or, you know, it makes me feel like, oh, tension in my body or something. But that's an opportunity for me to look at that and think, why am I being triggered? Release it, like let go of fear or let go of whatever it is. And I think that's, the mirror work is really, it's really cool and it's really important. It's not something that I'd really heard of until I discovered someone on Instagram, Sister Shanti. I'm not sure if maybe other people have heard of her as well. She does like beautiful dancing in the mirror. It's mirror work that she calls it, and I don't know if it's, I'm sure it's a thing, but just the way she does it and the way she talks about it, it's really cool. So I wonder if you have any insight on that as well.
I like, mirror work is like my ultimate go-to. I've always been in the mirror as well. Like I've always been speaking to myself, and the mirror's always been my best friend from such a young age, but it was also my worst nightmare. And that's how it's been nice to so I see something so different now in the mirror. But what I used to see was just, you know, I'd hone in on the stretch marks, or I'd hone in on the spot, or, you know, we hone in on like these things that like are just like imperfections. But then it's like, well, no, what do I love about myself? Using the mirror to consciously ask yourself, what do I love about this body? Even just eye gazing into your own soul, it's really powerful. Like I've had some major breakthroughs in the mirror. There was even a time where I was thinking, if someone could see me now. I had my crystals around me, the candles on, and I had the mirror, and I was sat on the floor, and I was just like, you've come such a long way. And I was just like talking to myself, hysterically crying. I needed a tissue, but I didn't want to get out of my circle, so I picked up a dirty sock and I was like blowing my nose, and I was like, this is such a Bridget Jones moment right now. But it was like the shift just from sitting there with intention in the mirror is just so great. And yeah, dancing in the mirror, like, you know, get a brush, sing into a brush and do karaoke. Like, it's the inner child. It just have fun with what you see and accept it, because soon this will all go. One day this will all be gone. You know, we might as well enjoy what we've got now. And just, yeah, positive affirmations. I like the mirror pens. So if anyone, like, just literally buy them online, mirror chalk, and you get to write on your mirror. So like, I'll change my affirmation. So I'll be like, I'm brave, I'm beautiful, whatever I need to embody that day. And then having it on the mirror while looking at yourself is just so powerful, because then you start to embody that and you start to see that in yourself, because you're looking for your own beauty and the things that are going right. It takes a lot of work, but then eventually it's not work, it's you've reprogrammed it, and then you know to go back when that old inner voice and inner mean girl and boy creeps in. You're just like, no, it's not true. What's good about me?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, no, that's a lie. Why am I
Yeah,
telling myself these lies still?
yeah.
Don't need that. Thank you. Goodbye. My own thoughts. Done with that. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I don't think I've done like post-it notes on mirrors and stuff a little bit, but not really. Oh, hello. This is Manu. She's so cute. She's cute. Saying hello.
Oh my god,
Manu.
how
She's so
beautiful.
sweet.
Thinking about a cat lately. I'm like, oh.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah. So, would you like to do a little meditation? This has been such an awesome conversation. I feel like so many people, and I can see the comments are really, really positive, and really have gained a lot from hearing from me. So, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for everyone like tuning in, whether it's on live or replay, because like it's just so powerful, like showing up.
Sorry, she knocked my phone off the thing.
Oh,
Sweetie, you right? Sorry.
yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to acknowledge everyone, because it's showing up on this little vortex is just, we're all tapped into that same frequency. You know, we're all co-creating, all learning from each other. And yeah, I'm just so honored and blessed, and want to acknowledge everyone.
Yeah, it's a beautiful opportunity, I guess, to co-create. Yeah, because it's all about everyone just bringing their magic and bringing their own selves and their gifts and their creative talents and learning from each other. And it's
Because
beautiful.
we don't see from our lens of perception, so that's why I love that I get to have conversations daily with different people from different worlds. And you learn so much just from listening. Often we don't listen like properly listen. You know, we're stuck in our own ways. But yeah, I've gained so much from listening as well over the yesterday and today. I don't know, watch the repeat from yesterday, this morning, and Harmony's talk was just beautiful. And yeah, so many like resonations and activations. It's yeah, it's really powerful.
Yeah. Well, I'm grateful to be connected with such awesome souls, and to it's just been divine orchestration, as everybody's just kind of connected, and yeah, we can just draw the whole thing together and allow the magic to flow. So it's been beautiful. I wonder if are there any questions?
Yeah, any questions?
Oh, Christy says, when are you launching your first book? She'd love a copy.
Oh my God. One project at a time. That's in the manifestation. But I've got a book in the vortex called Confessions of a Holistic Hair Therapist. Training has to come first. It's my services at the moment, my coffee club and my self-love workshops. Then the training, so I can get other hairdressers trained up so that we can have more safe space salons. That's the goal and the vision. So yeah, maybe the book will be me journaling that I'll put together. But,
awesome.
oh, that's so nice. That's so, oh, thank you.
Yeah, they're beautiful. Your poetry is amazing, and I love that they're little spells as well. Like the fact that it's magic. Words are magic. We create our reality through the words that we speak to ourselves and to each other. And so, yeah, it's it would be really cool to have a holistic hair spell book, or a self-love spell book.
Yeah.
Sarah says, oh, Christy's also a hairdresser.
Yay!
Yay.
Connect.
Together every time
Yeah.
we work with a client, we're working on all the higher chakras. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
And Sarah says, it's been a pleasure to be in this energy with you ladies. Thank you so much for all your powerful words and messages. They've really resonated with me today. I feel very grateful. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah, for joining. I see, sister. I love all of everybody. So beautiful.
Oh.
Much
I've got a twin that didn't survive in the womb, and she helps me spiritually, and she's called Sarah.
Oh, wow. That's so beautiful.
Oh, yeah, I love that. Thank you.
Oh, that's so cool.
I was talking to her before we got on as well, so that's so nice. This is
Wow. Beautiful. Oh. Yeah, I would love a meditation from you if you're happy to share.
Meditation, of course. So I'll do a little guided meditation, and then I'll share my self-love poem in there too while you're still in meditation, and then I'll do some sound healing.
So perfect. I feel like I'm in your chair now.
Yay! So just close down your eyes and take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathing in for the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding at the top for 4, 2, 3, 4. And then blowing out for the count of 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then just repeat this breath again. Breathing in for 4. And filling your lungs to the top. Then at the top, pause for a moment. It's important that we appreciate life's pauses. And breathing out for 6. Breathing out all that no longer serves you. And then breathe in again for the count of 4. Filling your lungs to the top. Just pausing for a moment. And then on the exhale, let it all go. And then just come back to your natural breath. Just taking a moment to appreciate your breath. Dropping into your body. Feel if there's any sensations in the body. Any pains. Any tension. And just send some love to the area in the body. Just appreciating this beautiful vessel that allows us to experience life. And just sending some love and gratitude to your body. starting with the toes, and then our feet, how it always keeps us supported, how they allow us to stand up straight, and our legs, that helps us get to each destination. And our hips, and our organs in the lower part of our body. How it all just works so effortlessly. How it's our creation center. Just sending some love to this part of your body. And then to your belly and stomach. How we hold so much shame and guilt around this area. How it digests our food and connects the top and the bottom part of our body. Just send it some love. And coming up to the chest, and the lungs and the heart, and the organs in this part of the body. And just sending this energy center some love. How it keeps us alive. With each breath and each heartbeat. Just sending your appreciation and love into your arms and hands. How it helps us create what we need to create in this life. How it helps us experience touch and give and receive energy to others. Just send some love to your arms and hands. And now to your shoulders and throat. How it helps support the head and allows us to speak our truth. How it helps us share our magic. And now some appreciation for your head and your face. And your eyes, your tongue, your lips, your nose, and your ears. How we get to experience life through all of our senses. Just so show some appreciation and love for this beautiful vessel. And for your hair and your head. How it does so much in the unconscious. Just send some love now around your entire body for its uniqueness and its perfections and imperfections. Send some love to your scars. For they tell a story. Send some love to the scars on your heart. For it has helped you be a strong spiritual warrior. And now wrap in yourself in so much love. Send this love out into the world. Send this love out to your family, to your friends, to your neighbors, to the ones who have hurt you. Because they need more love than us all. The more love we share, the more healing we get to experience as a collective. Send love, peace, and forgiveness out to all beings and to yourself. For as what you see in others always exists inside of you. And just take a nice deep breath in, breathing in peace and breathing out love. And take another deep breath in, breathing in peace and breathing out love. See your love now wrapping the entire globe. See your love being sent out to the entire universe. You are a divine spiritual being having a temporary human experience. When you tune in to this highest vibration of love, you get to go home, finding that feeling of home within self. Self-love is power. It is the energy that runs from within. When we accept what we see in our reflection, it's when the self-love healing will begin. Self-love is freedom. It's when we let go of control. Stepping in to empowerment. This is the ultimate goal. Self-love isn't always easy. The inner critic can get so loud, telling you you are no good. Instead of saying thank you, I am proud. Self-love can be challenging because of unworthiness, shame, and guilt. It sometimes feels impossible because we believe it is how we are built. Experiences from the past are what made us who we are today. So what's the story you say about yourself? What does your inner voice have to say? You see, our beliefs shape our reality. So what is your story? Is your inner voice kind or mean? Do you experience your own glory? You are beautiful. You are a magical creation, a soul experiencing life, here to feel each sensation. When I love me and you love you, we reflect love to each other and everyone who meets us too. So take a nice deep breath in and breathe in all of that love energy and let go of the old with the exhale. And then repeat after me. I am love, I am light. I am love, I am light. I am whole, I am bright. I am whole, I am bright. I am abundant and I am free. I am abundant and I am free. And I am a gift and I love me. I am a gift and I love me. And just take a nice deep breath in through the nose, breathing in peace and breathing out love. And when you're ready, start to come back to your body. Maybe give your hands and toes a little wiggle. And when you're ready, come back to this moment and open your eyes. Thank you so much. So nice.
Oh. So good. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was so beautiful. All of it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Wow.
Really powerful.
Yeah. This has been amazing.
So good having your magic. Thank you so much for bringing so much of yourself and your vulnerability and your authenticity, and just being you. You are divine goddess, and I'm so blessed to be connected with you, to have you in this space with us. Thank you so much.
So you as well, like honestly, like wow, you're just amazing. Like yeah, just so grateful and honored to be. This is powerful co-creation and just.
Yeah, so much goodness. Oh, beautiful. Well, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your evening. I'm going to, it's pretty warm. It's not super warm in here, but I think it's going to be a hot day for the rest of the day. So I'm going to explore the food scene of Fitzroy again, because I used to live in Fitzroy and it's just so exciting. The vegan food scene in Melbourne is amazing. So I'm going to go and, get some vegetables.
Sounds divine.
Yeah, maybe some more ice cream. Maybe.
Why not?
Yeah. I love this place. It's so good.
Gorgeous day. Thank you so much again. I will share the poems, I'll share the spell, I'll share it all in the group.
Please do. Thank you so much, sister. I love you, and I will speak to you soon. I'll see you online.
Bye.
Beautiful day. See you, sis. Bye.